Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Monday, August 8th, 2022. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to put your baseball picks in the comments section below. Now, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Of course, I'm always running my $15 MLB best bet. We've hit 5 of those in a row, so you can check those out at Pick Dawgz Premium. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Monday, August 8th. For our first matchup, we head to Baltimore as the Blue Jays take on the Orioles. We're going to see Yusei Kikuchi and Jordan Lyles on the mound for this contest. Now, the Blue Jays traveling from Minnesota to Baltimore, so a little bit of a difficult travel spot here for Toronto, while the Orioles get to stay in Camden Yards. However, Yusei Kikuchi, a left-handed pitcher, he is pitching a lot better in his last 2 outings than he had at the beginning of the year. His last 9 innings, only giving up 3 earned runs with 10 strikeouts. And his ability to earn strikeouts has me liking him in this spot. When you look at the Orioles, they haven't really done too much against lefties offensively as of late. You look at their numbers, team OPS 22nd in the league in the last 30 days against those lefties. Isolated power numbers just a little bit better at 17th in the league, but their strikeout rate is in the top 6 right now at 26.3% as a team against those left-handers. And like I mentioned, Yusei Kikuchi, although he's had his struggles, he's been able to miss some bats when he needs them. 84 strikeouts in 74 innings pitched this season. I'm going to take a shot here with the Blue Jays. I think they're going to be able to get to Jordan Lyles. Not my favorite starter to back. The Blue Jays are hitting right-handed pitching very, very well. Give me the Blue Jays here on the money line. In our next matchup, we see the Cincinnati Reds taking on the New York Mets. We're going to see Justin Dunn and Chris Bassitt as your projected starters. This is going to be the season debut at the major league level, at least, for Justin Dunn here, and his first start with the Cincinnati Reds. He's pitched in the minor leagues this year. He's had 28 innings in minor league play. He owns a 6.75 ERA in those innings, a 7.7 strikeouts per 9 rating, which is pretty low for a minor league starter, a 5.5 walks per 9 rating, which is one of the highest you're going to see at the minor league or major league level, and a 1.3 home runs per 9 rating, which is also pretty high for AAA play. Now you're moving up to the major leagues and facing a New York Mets lineup that's been very, very good against right-handed pitching in the last month and really this entire season. They are in the top 10 in team OPS against righties. They are in the top 10 in isolated power against righties in the last month. They don't strike out much as a club. They get on base quite a bit, and I think this is going to be a really tough outing to watch for Justin Dunn. On the other side, Chris Bassitt may not be my favorite starter to back, and I don't love this price that we're getting here with Bassitt on the mound. Yeah, he should be good to give up 2 or 3 runs in this spot, but I still think it's not going to be enough for the Reds to compete in this game. To me, this is going to be a throwaway game for Cincinnati. I like the Mets here on the run line, and I would lay 2.5 runs as well. Next up, we see the Chicago Cubs hosting the Washington Nationals. Anibal Sanchez and Keegan Thompson are your projected starters. And I know the Nationals have the worst record in baseball. They traded Soto and Bell away, and they struggled quite a bit in that Phillies series, especially that 13-1 loss on Sunday. However, I think the books are going a little bit too far in this one. Cubs are big, big favorites. I'm seeing -175. I see a -190 as well in this spot. And to me, this game is just based on value. When you look at the Chicago Cubs, they didn't score a single run on Sunday. Their offense hasn't been great. You look at their numbers against right-handed pitching, it's actually been worse than the Nationals in the last month or so. Team OPS-wise, ranked 25th. You look at isolated power, ranked 26th. 6th highest strikeout rate against right-handed pitching in that stretch. In the bottom 10 in walk percentage against righties. So, the Cubs offense hasn't been great, and this is definitely going to be the most feasible matchup that Sanchez has had this year. He's faced 4 really tough lineups in the Diamondbacks, Braves, Cardinals, and Mets. I know the Diamondbacks may not seem like it, but they do hit right-handed pitching pretty well, and we know all the other 3 teams certainly do. So Sanchez, he's struggling. I'm not looking to back him very often, but do the Cubs deserve to be this big of favorites at home where they haven't played very well at Wrigley Field? They were just shut out on Sunday. Their offense is really struggling. They traded away most of their bullpen, so they have one of the worst, if not the worst, bullpens in baseball. Even though Keegan Thompson's the better starter on paper, to me, the value is lying with the underdog. I'm going to take the Washington Nationals here, plus the 1.5 runs on the run line. Next up, we see the Oakland Athletics taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Now, who would have thought the Oakland A's would be favored in a game against the Los Angeles Angels at the beginning of August? Now, that's just how far the Angels have fallen from the beginning of the year when they had one of the better records in baseball, were leading the AL West. But you know what? In this spot, we're going to see Jose Suarez and Cole Irvin, 2 lefties on the mound. And we know both of these teams have struggled against lefties. The Oakland A's numbers offensively a little bit better than Los Angeles, actually. You look at 29th in the league, the Angels are in the last 30 days in team OPS against lefties. Pretty high strikeout rate overall this year. The isolated power numbers not much better. Cole Irvin's already had success against this Angels lineup before. I think he pitches well. Jose Suarez pitching well himself, hasn't given up a single earned run in each of his last 2 starts. So I think this game's going to be a lower scoring game. Neither of these offenses have done much, and I can't really pick a side here. To me, it's a coin flip game. Because it's a coin flip game, maybe taking the plus money with the Halos, not a bad idea, but I'm just going to take the under here and stay away from this one. Not my favorite game on the board. Next up, we see the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're going to see Zach Gallen going for the Diamondbacks. No official starter for the Pirates right now. With not a lot of information out on this game and no official line out either, I'm just going to take a look at a player prop with the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. I'm looking at Oneil Cruz here to hit a home run. When you look at Zach Gallen in the bottom 24th percentile this year in barrel percentage, it does concern me. Oneil Cruz leads the Pirates right now in home runs and RBIs after the All-Star break. He has been red hot at the dish. He is coming off an 0-4 game in his last game against the Baltimore Orioles, but I do think if he's able to connect with any of Gallen's pitches, specifically his fastball, which he hasn't had the sharpest fastball as of late, I think he could definitely go the distance and hit a home run in this spot at Chase Field. So I'm going to take a shot here. We're going to be getting plus money with Oneil Cruz, one of the more exciting rookies this season. Give me Oneil Cruz to hit a home run in this D-backs Pirates game. In our next matchup, we see the San Francisco Giants taking on the San Diego Padres. Alex Wood and Blake Snell on the mound for this one. Now, I don't want to say I told you so, but I did mention that at the beginning of the year, we saw Blake Snell struggle quite a bit, and I said, you know what? Right now is the time to fade him. However, don't be surprised in the second half of the year or later on in the season that we're actually going to start to get good prices with Blake Snell because he's able to sharpen it up and pitch the way we've seen him before. He's been a former AL Cy Young winner, and now you look at his last 3 outings, 1 earned run or fewer in all 3 of those starts against the Mets, Twins, and Rockies. Some pretty solid lineups in that stretch, especially against lefties. The strikeout numbers are there. He's only given up 1 home run in that stretch. The walks are way down. Didn't give up a single walk in his last outing against the Rockies in a 9-1 Padres win. And all 3 of those starts, he pitched in all 3 winners for San Diego. 4 of the last 5 winners when Snell has made the start as well, including a game against these San Francisco Giants. Now, I know the Giants are hitting lefties much, much better than they are hitting righties right now, but still, Alex Wood on the other side has struggled quite a bit lately. The Padres are hitting lefties pretty well themselves, and I trust this Padres lineup and bullpen especially a lot more than San Francisco right now. So give me the San Diego Padres here at home on the money line. Next up, we see the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. We're going to see Logan Gilbert and Jameson Taillon on the mound for this contest. Now, we saw the same exact pitching matchup a few days ago back on August 2nd in the Bronx. It was an 8-6 victory for the Mariners. So that was 14 total runs combined, yet the books have this total out at 7.5 for this game in T-Mobile Park. And I do think it makes sense. If you watch that game, I was able to watch that game. Jameson Taillon struggled. There's no doubt about that, but I don't think he was nearly as bad as his line suggests. I mean, he gave up 2 homers, 4 walks. Now, the walks and home runs you have to avoid, but he also had 6 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings. He only gave up those 2 hits, which were the 2 homers. And overall, I do expect a bounce-back start. He's been pretty consistent this year for New York. His ERA is still below 4. The Mariners haven't had the best offensive numbers against righties in the last month, so I think Taillon bounces back here, and Logan Gilbert pitches well at T-Mobile Park this year. Makes sense. It's a pitcher-friendly park. And overall, we haven't seen him struggle a lot. And when he has struggled, he's been able to bounce back in most of those starts. We saw him give up 4 earned runs back on June 30th to the Oakland A's. And that was still a Mariners win. But the next start for Gilbert, 5 1/3, only 1 earned run allowed. So I do expect a bounce back outing from both of these starters. And I expect a low scoring, pretty close game. To me, it's a coin flip who wins this ball game. But I'm going to take the under in this Yankees-Mariners game to end the night. And that's it. Those are the games for Monday, August 8th. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to put your baseball picks in the comment section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.